Does you or anybody you know suffer from things like high blood pressure, cancer, heart problems, cold and flu, celiac disease, inflammation, earaches, miscarriages, viruses, funguses, varicose veins, alcoholism? Have I got a book for you? And literally any other health problem like in the planet ever.
I actually have had this book a really long time. I got into like wild foraging and like how to survive and like health benefits and stuff like that. And I bought this and it's the best money I ever spent. I believe that everything is here for a reason. I believe that the deers eat the grass, the coyotes eat the deer, the birds eat the bugs, and I believe when we were put on this planet, we were meant to eat what was on this planet. Not something man-made, not something artificial, not something made out of a lab. When you start eating stuff from nature and go back to nature, you lose all these diseases. It's from inflammation, from not eating the things that we're supposed to be eating. You don't have enough nutrients. So many things change when you realize and you go back to nature and what you're supposed to be eating. Like, big rabbit hole that I've been going through. I love learning about this stuff. Have you ever walked out into the woods and saw a wild tomato plant? Have you ever walked out into the woods and saw a cornfield that was just natural, made in nature? Humans like created what we eat. Like all the way down to like the artificial stuff. Like you're not supposed to. Everything's genetically modified now. We're not eating what we're supposed to, and we're seeing what's happening. Cancer, disease, inflammation. I used to have really bad stomach problems to where every single night I would wake up in excruciating pain and I would throw up. And I had to go to the emergency room like a million times. I went to stomach specialists. I had MRIs, like CAT scans, ultrasounds. Like they stuck a camera down my throat, all kinds of things. I don't even know what all they did. But then I went to a specialist. All they did was pump me full of medication, gave me like 5 different medicines. Nothing helped. I was sick for like an entire year. I was on my deathbed, went to the emergency room, and not one of the specialists ever said, change your diet. Well, one day, my dad was in the emergency room with me. He was almost in tears, like really worried about me. He had a friend call and say, why don't you change her diet? Try gluten-free. And I went not only gluten-free, but paleo, which is like a caveman diet, which is like only eat what like a caveman would find, like nothing processed, nothing in a can, all that kind of stuff. And I was like literally better in like 3 days, but at least like 7 days. Like I was cured, like as soon as I stopped eating what normal people consider normal food. There's so many like terrifying studies being done that shows what like sugar does and stuff like that. And sugar is in everything. Sugar is in stuff you wouldn't even like think sugar would be in. You hear all the time people talking about how there's not enough nutrients in the food that you're eating. There's not enough nutrients. You know, it's old, half the nutrients is gone. You know, when you start eating stuff out of the wild, not only is it full of nutrients, it has like medicinal values that like cure cancer. This book literally guides you. It literally tells you what you can eat, how to eat it, what to do with it, how to make bandages in the wild if you need to, how to like, you know, cure skin problems, all kinds of, how to make teas, how to make like tinctures, how to make everything. This book is so important. There's literally, you could walk out in your backyard and find like 10 things right now, and I'll prove it to you in just a second. I will literally go in my yard and find 10 things before the sun goes down. It's literally like 5 minutes from the sun going down. Watch. All right, I was racing the sunset, so I gave up on looking for stuff because I didn't want to lie, but I couldn't find my dead nettle or purple nettle, and I couldn't find henbit. But broadleaf plantain, narrowleaf plantain, there's a bunch of clover out right now. This is clover. You can make bread out of clover, clover flowers, by the way, or flour out of clover flowers. This is a wild strawberry. It's already starting to wilt. Yellow wood sorrel. This is curly dock. This is bitter dock. I honestly don't remember the name of this. I know it tastes good and I have it written down somewhere, but it's a pretty complicated name. This is Carolina geranium. And there's so much. This is dandelion. There's so much out there, literally. And I just literally just went out there for like 5 seconds. Dandelion. A lot of people know how to find dandelion, right? Let's see what it helps. It helps digestion problems, liver and gallbladder function, diuretic and detoxifying the body, skin, wounds, corns, and warts, controls blood sugar, urinary tract disorders, prevents and treats cancer, prevents iron deficiencies, anemia, treating hypertension, boosts immune system, mastitis and lactation, fights inflammation and arthritis, osteoporosis and bone health, tells you how to harvest, tells you how to make it into a tea, tells you how to make it into a tincture, and along with a lot of other plants in here. Can't ruin all the good stuff. You gotta see it yourself. And I mean, it literally has instructions on how to make tinctures, how to make oil, how to make teas, how to make, let's see, encapsulating powdered herbs, how to dry herbs, water infusions, tinctures, salve making. It literally has instructions for so much. How to make a poultice. I don't know if I ever say that right. Like if you're in the woods. I've used this on my little sister when she got hurt. Cabbage and broadleaf plantains chopped up, or narrowleaf plantains, plantain leaves chopped up, put it over a wound, stops bleeding. It's really great stuff. This book has me trying to heal my friends and family. My dad has bad blood pressure and was scared he was having a stroke, so I started dandelions. My friend has a bad cyst on her neck. I started cattail seeds. I can't even begin to explain the health benefits of narrowleaf plantain, so I started narrowleaf plantain. It takes about 2 months of sitting in a closet. You're supposed to shake it every once in a while. I have it 100 proof alcohol. I'm using vodka, but I am so excited about it. Like, I got too much sun and got a scary black spot on my shoulder, and it was all like big and like a big bubble. And so I looked in this book, and it said to put the gel from in between cattail leaves on it. I put it on there the next day. It wasn't like a bubble anymore. It's completely flat. I mean, it literally helped me overnight. So I'm going to continue to put that stuff on it once I get some more, because that was like a miracle. And there's other books that you can get that are from like the same people and the same stuff that I plan on getting. I'll let you know how that goes and if it's worth investing in. A lot of people are getting into this stuff these days to help you, help your friends, help your family. People are suffering, and hospitals aren't always able to help. And I think medicine hurts, more than natural stuff sometimes. So I don't know, give it a try if you're having any issues. I mean, it's worth it. It is worth it. What is more important than your health? I mean, when collecting plants out in nature, make sure that you're identifying them properly. Do lots of your own research. Go on Google Images. Make sure what you're eating is what it says you're eating. And big companies for food and stuff like that, don't murder me, please. Okay?